Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our Family Sunday service. Today's message is entitled Blessing of Spirits and Heavenly Fortune. So before I begin this topic, I'd like to discuss first the historical beginnings of ancestor liberation and blessing ceremonies. With True Parents' Holy Marriage in 1960, the ideal blessed family that God intended to accomplish since Adam and Eve finally became rooted on earth. The 36-couple blessing, which included the 3 couples who were the first to engraft to True Parents' family model, symbolized the family level. The 72-couple blessing symbolized the tribal level, and the 724-couple blessing symbolized the world level. So these 3 stages of blessing ceremonies created the foundation for the international blessing of the 30,000 couple and the 360,000 couple blessing. True Parents did not stay in the world level, but actually expanded the blessing ceremonies to the cosmic level. Before the ancestor blessing, the foundation for the blessing of spirits was prepared. True Parents gave a blessing for spirit persons on August 3, 1995. So it was conducted 2 days before the international marriage blessing ceremony of the 360 couples blessing in 1995. And it included Chungmunim's family and Demunim's family and Deyongnim's family. So Chungmunim's family is actually the mother of true father, and Demunim is the mother of true mother, and Deyongnim's family is actually, Deyongnim is the elder brother of true father. So these 3 spirit persons were blessed first, and this was conducted August 23, 1995. And then, on November 29, 1997, at the same time as the 40 million couples international blessing marriage ceremony, the blessing ceremony for 3.2 billion spirits was held for the first time in history. So, on January 8, 1999, with the proclamation of complete liberation for the cosmic expansion of the marriage blessing and the rooting out of Satan's lineage, True Parents gave a benediction for holding the ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing. So, True Parents officially declared on January 8, 1999, that there can be ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing. It can be held in Chongpyeong. Following this, the ancestor liberation ceremony for 1 to 7 generations of father side was held on February 12 at Chongpyeong Heaven and Earth Training Center. And on the same day, the ancestor liberation ceremony for the Moon clan and the Han clan was also held. So February 12 of 1999, we have this kind of ancestor liberation ceremony. And ancestor blessing ceremonies actually was held at the Chongsong Wanglim Palace for the first time on December 12, 1999. So the ancestor blessing was held for the first time, December 12, 1999. Ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing became possible because of True Parents who came to this world and broke down the lineage of Satan's world by making indemnity conditions. The whole providence of restoration in the realm of spirit world and physical world has become fruitful. So, after the ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing was conducted on earth because of True Parents' indemnity conditions and by breaking down the lineage of Satan through the 360,000 couples blessing, we can see that this kind of event, the ancestor liberation and blessing, bore fruit and it became fruitful, meaning many uh, from the spiritual world, the spirits, our ancestors, actually receive this kind of blessing from true parents. So this is the picture of the ancestor liberation ceremony from 1 to 7 generations of father side, which was held February 12, 1999 at the Chongpyong Heaven and Earth Training Center. The year after the first ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing, true parents bestowed the name Chongpyong Heaven and Earth Training Center on March 15, 2000. They verified that the Hyojong Heaven and Earth Chonbo Training Center, which it is called that name now, will serve a pivotal role for the providence of salvation of the spirit world and physical world. While true father suffered during his lifetime, what did he pray about? It was God's liberation and ancestor liberation. It was to unify the heaven and earth. This is a true father's words in last July 17, 2002. That means that by doing ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing, this becomes possible, it becomes possible to unify heaven and earth, no? The spiritual world and the physical world. So the purpose of this ancestor liberation and blessing is basically to unify the physical world and the spirit world. So according to Father's words, you must be the Savior to save your family in order for true parents to stand in the position of the national Messiah. You must do the mission of tribal messiahship. So this is from the compilation of True Parents' Words in 1963. So True Parents also said, you have to liberate the ancestors or your ancestors of the spirit world. True Father told you to liberate your ancestors until 420 generations. What did that mean? Spirit world was formed over the 6,000 years as said in the Bible after the fall. So the spiritual world was formed, meaning for 6,000 years, since many people on earth were born, and then eventually they died. So when the people on earth died physically, they go to the spiritual world. And for 6,000 years, these people who died from the physical world actually formed what is the spirit world of today. So this is what Father is saying. So they have nothing to do with God. So these spirits who went to the spiritual world, now they have nothing to do with God. They do not understand. You, blessed by true parents, no? We the blessed families, must turn your ancestors into absolute good spirits by blessing them. There are 7 billion people who do not know the truth and do not know true parents. We need to open the way for their life and hope. This is True Parents' Words in last 2015 at the International Peace Education Center in America. A true mother said these words. So, ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing is very, very important so that we can eventually realize the substantial Chonilgu. And the true mother is really guiding all of blessed families to fulfill and accomplish this. So let's check now, brothers and sisters, what is the reality of the physical world and the spiritual world? When you try to look at what happened in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve fell, we know that Adam and Eve committed the sin of not following God's words. Basically, according to the divine principle, they committed fornication, having sexual relationship without God's blessing. And because of this, we inherited original sin, hereditary sin, collective sin, individual sin, and fallen natures. And this caused war, poverty, conflict, sickness, and miserable history followed because of this. So this kind of problem that started from the fall eventually caused so many problems in the world today. If you try to remember, Second World War, almost 40 million people died. The Second World War, millions of people died. And So many people died around the world and really suffer immensely. This kind of problem, as you can see in history, is due to the fact that Adam and Eve fell and became selfish. And when this happened, many people around the world experienced this kind of misfortune, suffering, and pain in their lives. So, once they experience this problem of hell on the earth, many people experience this. Most of us experience this. Our ancestors who lived long time ago experienced this. When they die, they go to the hell. And so, hell, or the spiritual world, in the spiritual world, is actually filled with evil spirits. It's like the smell of rotting flesh. And spirits experience torture, pain, and anguish. These many hardships and difficulties they experience in hell. That's why our ancestors in the spiritual world want to be liberated from this kind of misery and suffering. So, most of our ancestors are actually in hell. So because our ancestors committed sins, many evil spirits go to us. So why will these evil spirits go to us? It is because when our ancestors were alive on this earth, they committed some mistakes, or maybe they killed many people, they murdered or even raped people, and then these spirits became resentful spirits. And when they want to take revenge because of the harm our ancestors did to them, so they go to the descendants of our ancestors, that should be us, and then they go inside our bodies, trying to harm us. These evil spirits actually were controlled by Satan. So these evil spirits only want to take revenge. They want to kill us, they want to harm us, they want to make our lives miserable because our ancestors had committed mistakes against them. So these evil spirits actually go inside our bodies and piled up like ant eggs. They are rooted all over the body in orderly manner, centering on the most resentful spirits. And then this resentful spirit invite other evil spirits around, and these evil spirits eventually unite together in order to resolve their resentment against this descendant of a certain ancestor that harmed them. So, these evil spirits inside our bodies can directly affect our lives here on the earth. So how can they affect our lives here on the earth? These evil spirits can influence our emotion and even our behaviors. So we can easily become angry, we cannot control our greed, and this causes pain to us as we live our life on this earth. So one example of this kind of influences of evil spirits regarding influencing our emotion and behavior is an actual story that was reported in one of the newspapers in the Philippines. There was this case of a person who actually killed 6 people. He killed the entire family. So when he was interviewed by the media why he killed 6 people, the media asked this person, "Are you angry? One of the members of the family actually harmed you? What happened? Why did you kill these 6 people?" And then his answer is very shocking. He said that, "Oh, actually I didn't know I killed these people. My eyes that suddenly like blacked out, and then after that, I don't know what happened. When I wake up, I already saw 6 people in front of me, already dead people already." So this person does not know what happened. This person does not know what he did. So what is the conclusion? He was definitely influenced by evil spirits. So maybe his ancestor in the past was killed by these people, the 6 people. They are descendants of the ancestors who killed his ancestor. and eventually his ancestor cooperate with him, and then, no, because of this, using his body, this person killed 6 people. Oh my goodness, this kind of situation, no? So, if evil spirits will not be liberated from our bodies, if we cannot be liberated from these evil spirits, then there are 2 tendencies that will happen to us. Either we become a criminal, where we cannot control our anger and greed and vices that will eventually result to murder, robbery, and rape, or other kinds of bad things. Or you can become actually a victim, no? Meaning, you can be killed yourself, you can be raped, or mistreated, or harmed. This is some kind of misfortune, no? So, if there are evil spirits that are continuously influencing our lives will never be smooth. We'll always encounter many problems, difficulties, and misfortune. So what is the next effect of evil spirits in our lives on the earth? Other influences of evil spirit is actually these spirits can make you sick, like cancer or atopy, by clogging our veins and make our skin rot, causing breast cancer and many kinds of diseases. So these evil spirits want to take revenge. So they want to harm you. They want to kill you. And that's why, step by step, they can make diseases to your body, and these diseases will eventually cause you to die. That's why many people has this kind of problem with the head, with the neck, with their shoulder, face, and waist, all parts of the body. But you see, there was a case of a person who has a very terrible chronic headache. So he decided to go to the hospital. And when the doctor checked him with all kinds of tests, the doctor cannot find anything wrong with him. But he always has this kind of headache that is really unbearable. So what's the problem? Even the doctor cannot understand like this. So these kinds of problems are definitely caused by evil spirits. So this problem of autism, mental disorders, dementia, headache are caused by evil spirits trying to focus on like hitting the head, or causing problems to the head of a certain person. Some evil spirits focus on the neck. So you can have problems with thyroid, lymphoid diseases, or you cannot control your lust. If they focus on the shoulder and the back, they can cause high blood pressure. It can have a chronic fatigue and anger or arrogance, which you cannot control. If the evil spirit focus on your face, you can have problems with your eyes, ears, the mouth. And when these evil spirits go to your waist, then it can reduce the blood circulation in your body, and then it can cause spine and bones problem. It can cause all kinds of problem. When your blood circulation has problem, all kinds of diseases can affect your body too. So other parts of the body where evil spirits can cause physical problems, in the chest. So in the chest, it can cause asthma, bronchitis, lung cancer, breast cancer for female, and liver cancer for male. And if in the hands, these evil spirits can cause you to gamble. So you can do gambling, stealing, smartphone addiction. You cannot control yourself. So these evil spirits are actually controlling you. And then, if these evil spirits goes to your stomach, this can cause diabetes, evil spirits in the intestines, infertility, gastric problems, greed, financial problems. And then if in the legs, it can cause problems in your knees and in your legs, which is very difficult to walk and eventually can even make you crippled. So these are the physical problems that can be caused by evil spirits. So if these evil spirits are not liberated, you will have a big problem. Life cannot be smooth. The third effect of evil spirits in our lives here on the earth is number 3, what we call misfortune. So there can be accidents or damages, disasters. You are in the wrong place in the wrong time. And finally, you can be part of the casualties, whatever accidents that are happening around. So these are what we call misfortune. So these are the three effects of evil spirits in our lives on this earth. They can cause you to be a criminal. You cannot control your emotion. They can cause sickness to your bodies. And number three, you can experience misfortune, due to these evil spirits affecting our lives. So, according to family tree, the mysterious family tree, this is a book that is actually a product of a research of one Japanese. And in over 10,000 families, he finally made this conclusion. He studied over 10,000 family trees and made these conclusions. The blessings or misfortunes our ancestors accumulated will not disappear after their death, but through lineage, they will be transferred to the next generation. So accumulation of deeds on earth transferred through lineage. This does not disappear. It goes down to the lineage. Why? Because our physical body, this physical body, is actually an extension of my ancestors' body. Therefore, if my ancestors did something good, then the goodness and the benefits of that will go to me. But if my ancestors do something bad, the misfortune and the effects of that sins will come to me. So I will be the one, this physical body will be the one to pay indemnity for the sins that our ancestors did. We call this the law of karma in the Buddhist and the Hindu traditions or teaching. So, based on this, we can make a very clear conclusion, brothers and sisters, that we all have many kinds of problems in our lives. So there are relationship problems, family problems, can have health problems, financial problems, and many pressures in life as well. These kinds of problems, actually, we can say that most of these problems are actually because of what? Because of evil spirits' influence in our lives. So these problems can be basically solved, it can be resolved, it can be avoided if we can liberate and bless our ancestors. So because if they are no longer evil spirits, as well as evil spirits in our body can be released, then our problems, most of our problems can be resolved. These problems actually make man's life so terrible, miserable, and unfortunate situation. So, who can pay the price to save us? Who can pay the price so that these evil spirits can no longer affect our lives and make our lives miserable? True parents built a highway from hell to heaven by paying indemnity. So, true father had experienced 6 imprisonment with a life and death situations. True father has to experience hundreds of life and death situations, oppressions, opposition, injustice, and so many kinds of torture and difficulties in his life. So he was not allowed to sleep for 7 days, even being hung upside down from the ceiling, forced to kneel down, putting wood behind his knees. Even he was electrified. He have undergone water torture, electric torture, and torturing by giving blows to his back. This life and death kind of torture and experience in prison really made our true father really stand in the position to pay the price and to liberate these ancestors, including people on the earth. They can receive the blessing, change their lineage, and belong to God's side, from Satan's side. So, this is Father's speech, 1986. Let's read this all together. True parents built a highway from hell to heaven. On the first day of February 1985, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I in Danbury and True Mother in East Garden tore down the gates of hell in the spirit world and all the barriers blocking the way to earth. Thereby, we opened the course for the stream of heart to flow forth. We, Mother and I, built a highway from the rock-bottom dungeon of hell all the way to heaven. Because such a time has come, we can now talk about the peace highway on the earth. So, it is true Father and true Mother together who had paid the price in order that this ancestor liberation and blessing can be possible. So, ancestor liberation and blessing became possible because what? True parents came to the world and broke down the lineage of Satan's world by making indemnity conditions. And in order to facilitate and to do this, in order to solve all of these problems caused by evil spirits around the world, true parents established what we call now the Chonbo-won. It's the Hyojong Heaven and Earth Chonbo Training Center in Korea. And eventually after this, our beloved True Mother opened the path for the opening of the Chonbo branches around the world so that all blessed families, all of humankind, can eventually benefit from this ancestor liberation and blessing. So just recently, International Headquarters had given this memo to all members, effective October 14, 2020. Now, there is a change of name from Hyojong Heaven and Earth Training Center to Chonbo-won. So it is written here, the entire Hyojong Heaven and Earth Chonbo Training Center will be called Chonbo-won. So it will also be known as the Garden of Revival and Prosperity. So, Garden of Revival and Prosperity. This is now the new name of Hyojong Heaven and Earth Chonbo Training Center. It's now called Chonbo-won. So our Asia branch most probably will be called Chonbo-won Asia branch. So through this Chonbo-won, we can have and we can do ancestor liberation and blessing, thereby bringing spirits from hell. From hell, they can go to heaven. This is an incredible blessing that happened for the first time in the history of humankind. So let's check, how do we liberate and bless our ancestors? Because if we liberate and bless our ancestors, then the evil spirits in our bodies can also be liberated and blessed. And these evil spirits can become absolute good spirits. So, how do we liberate and bless our ancestors? So, by joining the Hyojong Chonbo event in Korea, or in this case, in our branches, through the online event, because of the COVID-19 now, we're doing this online event of Chonbo Ancestor Liberation and Blessing. So, by joining the Chonbo event, then we can apply for ancestor liberation and blessing. And these evil spirits piled up inside our bodies can be taken out by angels and absolute good spirits. So once we do the clapping, we call this the clapping session. At the same time, we sing the holy songs. Then cracks are created in the hardened spiritual body, helping the separation of evil spirits. And then, as you can see in this picture, these evil spirits inside our body is being taken out by this angel or absolute good ancestor. And then eventually, this evil spirit can be brought to the 100-day workshop in the spiritual world. So look at this. According to True Father, large numbers of spirits enter the body of each person. The spiritual work at Hyojong Chonbo removes these spirits. That's why many members, even non-members around the world, came to Korea and eventually joined this ancestor liberation and blessing. And many, many miracles and blessings happened to our members. So these are This is one of the example. Before joining the event, this person is suffering this terrible skin disease in the face. However, after joining the Chonbo event and the 40 days workshop in Korea, this person eventually was healed of his sickness. Not only him, but so many cases of incredible and amazing testimonies happened because of these miracles, in Korea, in Chonbo Training Center. Now we call Chonbo 1. So, through joining the ancestor liberation ceremony, through the Ansu, the clapping, and the singing holy songs, these evil spirits can be liberated. So, in the medical point of view, how is this possible that a person gets cured from his sickness? So, in the medical point of view, the Chanyang Yoksa can do the spiritual healing through healthy clapping. So, all our internal organs actually inside our bodies are connected to the hand. So, through clapping, during the Chanyang Yoksa session, the internal organs are stimulated and the blood flows properly throughout our body through the clapping session. This stimulation of the blood eventually causes the organs to function normally and heal if it is not functioning well. So, this kind of Chanyang Yoksa healthy clapping session is proven to be medically effective in order to cure our diseases in our bodies. So also the effect of Chanyang seen by body heat measurement, you can see that once we do the clapping and the Ansu, the body temperature rises significantly to the point that it can kill the harmful bacteria in the body and therefore can cause healing naturally, in a natural way, through the increase of body temperature and body heat. So now let's go now to the topic on the spiritual healing and heavenly fortune. You know, in the Bible, in Matthew 8:28, it is written, when he arrived at the other side of the region of the Gadarenes, 2 demon-possessed men coming from the tombs meet him. They were so violent that no one could pass that way. What do you want with us, Son of God? They shouted. Have you come here to torture us before the appointed time? Some distance from them, a large herd of pigs was feeding. The demons begged Jesus, if you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs. So, in the past, once these evil spirits in the body were taken out, or when they are removed, they have nowhere to go. So even these evil spirits beg Jesus, please, if you take us out from this person, at least send us to the pigs. These evil spirits, beg Jesus. Let's continue reading. He said to them, go. So they came out and went into the pigs, and the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and died in the water. Those tending the pigs ran off, went into the town and reported all these, including what had happened to the demon-possessed men. Then the whole town went out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they pleaded with him to leave their region. These people in the village became angry to Jesus. Why? Because their source of income, their source of living are actually these pigs. And then when the evil spirits that Jesus had driven out from the person go to the pigs became like crazy, and then they committed suicide, they go to the lake. So the pigs died. It's a big problem, right? Now, so, meaning, in the past, before true parents came to this earth, these evil spirits has nowhere to go. So even though you take them out from a certain person, they just transfer to another person, right? They just transfer to the pigs or to other animals. It becomes a problem. So, true parents, through the true parents' authority, true parents can drive out evil spirits from the bodies of fallen men. The Messiah has that kind of authority. Jesus has that kind of authority. No? So true parents has that kind of authority. Before true parents came, evil spirits just transferred to other people or go back to the same person because evil spirits have nowhere to go. Today, true parents' authority removes evil spirits and they go to 100-day seminar in spirit world, receive the blessing and become absolute good spirits. They come back on earth to protect and help us. What an incredible grace this is. Wow. Now, in our time today, because of true parents' victorious foundation, these evil spirits can become absolute good spirits. They can go to the 100-day workshop, divine principle workshop in the spiritual world. After that, they can receive the blessing. And when they receive the blessing, after they receive the blessing, they become absolute good spirits. So this is the process upon which our ancestors or evil spirits are being trained, no, or changed to become absolute good spirits. So first, you register for ancestor liberation, and then these spirits will go to the spiritual world's 100-day workshop. After 100-day workshop, then they come down on earth again to receive the blessing. After that, after 40 days, they go back to the spiritual world and attend the blessed family workshop. After 40 days after the blessing, from the spiritual world, they come down on earth and we welcome them through a welcome ceremony, and they are the one who will help and protect their descendants in the physical world. So they become absolute good spirits. So from evil spirits, they become what? Absolute good spirits. So now, they come down to earth to help us. How can they help us? What is the impact of good spirits in our lives here on the earth? A while ago, we studied about the impact of evil spirits in our lives on the earth, right? But now, how about the impact of good spirits, in our lives? How can they give us heavenly fortune? How can they protect us? So, as you can see here, there is a testimony from one of our members in Malaysia. After our ancestors are blessed and become absolute good spirits, they are tremendously grateful. They honor their descendants and protect them. So there was this case of a male member who is driving his car in lane 3, as you can see here. He's driving his car in lane 3, and then suddenly while driving, he saw his ancestors. His ancestors appeared to him. And then his ancestors told him, transfer to lane 2. So from lane 3, he was asked to transfer to lane 2. So anyway, this person just followed, and he transferred to lane 2. And after that, the truck behind him actually lost the brake and then hit the bus, And if he did not transfer to lane 2, then he would have met a fatal accident and would have died, So, these absolute good spirits can protect us through this way, guiding us and protecting us. So, if you have $1 million, my dear brothers and sisters, would you like to exchange that for heavenly fortune? $1 million? Which one is greater, do you think? Heavenly fortune or $1 million? My goodness. Even though you have $1 million, if you meet accident like this and you die, then what is that money for? It's useless, isn't it? So, I can say confidently that heavenly fortune must be better than what? $1 million. Isn't it? How about $5 million? Which one is better? $5 million or heavenly fortune? I think it's obvious, my dear brothers and sisters. Heavenly fortune, is greater than any material benefit or any monetary equivalent or value. Therefore, by doing ancestor liberation and blessing, we attract heavenly fortune through our ancestors becoming absolute good spirits. So, now, let's check now. How does the ancestor blessing work? So, our ancestors can receive the holy wine through us, no? So when we join the ancestor blessing ceremony, by raising up this holy wine up in the air, our ancestors can drink this one, and they become absolute good spirits. They become blessed family. So our ancestors, no, can see each other, no? The husband and wife can see each other for the first time, no? If we liberate and bless them, husband and wife, no, both of them can see each other. And they are really very, very happy and very, very grateful to you. Anyway, I can explain this in another topic. However, what is the significance of this ancestor liberation and blessing? Because of the fall, all of our ancestors belong to Satan's side by lineage. No? By lineage. By simply joining the ancestor liberation and blessing, by blessing our ancestors, no? Then we can eventually change all our ancestors to become absolute good spirits until 430 generations. According to True Mother, if we liberate and bless our ancestors up to 430 generations, then the remaining sets from 431 up to Adam and Eve, will be liberated and blessed by our 430 generation ancestors. That's why, by blessing up to 430 generation, this is our portion of responsibility. Then our ancestors will take responsibility for the rest of our ancestors up to Adam and Eve. If this happens, brothers and sisters, our absolute good spirits will help us and protect us, and we can eventually live on this earth with heavenly fortune, and we can live our lives smoothly, and we can even let the next generation inherit this heavenly fortune. So this fortune can be inherited from generation to generation, and we can contribute to the building of the kingdom of heaven on this earth. So, in conclusion, brothers and sisters, what grace can we receive by joining these Chonbo works and Chonbo events? Number one, we can be the savior of our ancestors. Number two, ancestors became absolute good spirits. Third, enemy becomes spiritual children. Why? Because these evil spirits go to us and they are our enemies. They want to harm us. They want to make us sick. They want to kill us. They are our enemies and they are inside our bodies. But by joining the ancestor liberation ceremony, then they can be liberated and they can become absolute good spirits and they can come back to help us, becoming our friends. Imagine, they become our spiritual children. Our enemies who wants to kill us becomes our spiritual children, and they will help us to fulfill our mission and responsibility. So joining ancestor liberation and blessing is actually witnessing to spirit people. They become our spiritual children. So, number 4, misfortune becomes heavenly fortune. Number 5, inheritance of heavenly fortune from generation to generation. And last but not the least, we become heavenly tribal Messiah, possessing God's love, life, and lineage, because we have liberated our ancestors and they become also blessed couples. We have also liberated and blessed 430 generation horizontally. And then we can become registered Chonbo couple. And True Mother will give us a recognition as a person who have fulfilled the portion of responsibility and can be considered as citizens of Chonelguk. Brothers and sisters, let's live our life with heavenly fortune. Let's do our responsibility of liberating and blessing 430 generations of our ancestors and become dignified and respected sons and daughters of God, being the tribal messiahs of our ancestors and of our relatives living here on this earth. Thank you very much. May God's love and blessing always be with you. Please join me in prayer, my dear brothers and sisters. our most beloved heavenly parents, parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. We are so thankful and grateful, heavenly parents, that we can live in this very wonderful and beautiful era of Chonilguk, when our beloved true mother is still on this earth. This is the time when all our ancestors, when all the absolute good spirits and the angels can join us here on the earth in order to realize the substantial Chonilguk. As this happens, it is inevitable that we will encounter and we can have heavenly fortune because of our good ancestors. And once we have this heavenly fortune with us, as we work for the providence of realizing Chonilguk, miracles and miracles will take place on this earth, and all nations of the world, the 7.8 billion people of the world, will eventually recognize our true parents and our heavenly parents, and everyone will indeed join the blessing and belong to the lineage of heavenly parents and true parents. We are so grateful, Father, for giving us this wonderful chance and opportunity to take part in this wonderful providence of building your kingdom. We are so grateful that we can stand in the position to liberate and bless our ancestors. This kind of position was never given to any humankind in all of eternity. We are the ones who are given this incredible chance and opportunity. Therefore, Father, with a life and death resolve, with absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, we go forward together with True Mother and eventually liberate and bless our ancestors and our relatives and the people around us in the community, in the entire nation, in the entire world, reaching out to all the people of this world, representing our true parents' love and heart. Heavenly parents, we are so confident that we can really be victorious this time, even though there seems to be a lot of work to be done. But by uniting with True Mother, by uniting with our beloved True Father in the spiritual world, True Mother in the physical world, nothing is impossible. And we can definitely, without fail, restore this world and bring this world back to your bosom as your sons and daughters. Heavenly parents, this is the time that we cannot miss. This is the time that no delay is possible anymore. We have to really unite together and bring substantial result through our works in the front line as we unite together as brothers and sisters centered on true parents. Heavenly parents, thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity and wonderful guidance through our beloved true parents. True parents have set the model of sacrifice for the sake of our salvation. This is our time to offer ourselves as a sacrifice for the sake of our brothers and sisters out there who have not yet received the blessing, who have not yet known our true parents. It is our duty and responsibility as filial sons and daughters. Allow us, Heavenly Parents, to go this way and eventually, Father, make our true mother really, really happy and live in a restored nation before she ascends to the spiritual world. We have not done this to our beloved true Father. He had gone to the spiritual world without experiencing living in a restored nation even for a day. But this time, Heavenly Parents, we will unite together and make our beloved true mother fulfill this kind of providence centering on us fulfilling our responsibility. We have to really restore a nation and really restore this world and making our beloved true mother really happy and victorious together with true Father, letting him live not only for a day, but even for years in a unified, heavenly unified world. Allow us, Heavenly Parents, to accomplish this with all our heart as we offer our sincerity and devotion to you in this very important time in history. Thank you so much. We offer everything to you with a grateful heart, and I pray and report this in my name, Edgar Tanate, Central Blessed Family, Adieu.